Peace is a gift from God, a deep, unshakable calm that transcends the chaos of life. In a world that often feels overwhelming, we can find solace and rest in the presence of our Creator. God's peace is not like the peace the world offers, which is temporary and circumstantial. His peace is eternal, rooted in His love and faithfulness. When life becomes chaotic and stressful, we are invited to rest in God's embrace. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This promise still stands today, offering us comfort in the midst of trials. No matter what burdens you may carry, you don't have to carry them alone. God is here to help you find peace. Finding peace starts with recognizing God's presence in every moment. Often, our anxiety and stress come from trying to control things beyond our reach. Yet God invites us to trust in Him fully, surrendering our worries and allowing His peace to flood our hearts. Prayer is the key that opens the door to God's peace. God is not distant or unaware of your struggles. He sees you and He understands what you're going through. He offers a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that doesn't require perfect circumstances. Even in moments of fear, loss, or uncertainty, His peace is available to those who seek it. Peace doesn't always mean the absence of trouble, but it's a deep assurance that God is in control. It's knowing that regardless of what happens in life, God's love and faithfulness will never fail. His peace calms our fears and reminds us that He is our refuge and strength, always present in times of trouble. In moments of anxiety, we can turn to God in prayer. Simply speaking to Him about our fears, frustrations, and desires brings us into His presence, where peace can be found. God's Word also comforts us, reminding us of His promises. Philippians 4:6-7 tells us to present our requests to God, and His peace will guard our hearts and minds. Inner peace is not something we can achieve on our own. It's a gift that comes from God, and it flows into our lives when we align our hearts with His will. As we trust Him, we experience the peace that only He can provide. It's a peace that isn't based on our circumstances, but on His eternal goodness. When we feel overwhelmed, it's essential to pause and breathe in God's presence. In those moments, we can release the burdens we've been carrying and allow His peace to wash over us. No situation is too big for God, and no problem is beyond His ability to handle. Trusting in God's peace means acknowledging that He is our ultimate source of comfort. It's easy to rely on worldly things like success, relationships, or possessions for peace, but true peace comes from knowing and trusting in God's perfect love. His peace is a deep well that never runs dry, always available to those who seek it. To experience this peace, we must be willing to let go of control. We don't always understand why things happen the way they do, but we can trust that God is always good. His peace comes when we surrender our need to control the outcome and choose to trust in His plan for our lives. The peace of God guards our hearts and minds against fear, anxiety, and doubt. When we are rooted in His peace, we are less likely to be shaken by the storms of life. His peace gives us clarity, strength, and the ability to stand firm even when everything around us is uncertain. In the midst of life's challenges, God offers a peace that settles our spirits. It's a peace that doesn't just remove the external struggles, but changes our inner response to them. We can face difficulties with calm assurance when we trust that God is with us, guiding us every step of the way. Sometimes peace comes in the form of rest. When we feel drained or weary, God invites us to rest in His presence. This rest isn't just physical, it's emotional and spiritual. It's an invitation to stop striving and allow God's presence to rejuvenate our hearts and minds. Finding peace requires intentionality. It's not something that happens by accident. We must actively choose to seek God in prayer, worship, and His Word. The more we turn our hearts to Him, the more His peace fills our lives, changing our perspective and calming our fears. Peace also comes when we choose to forgive. Unforgiveness can create inner turmoil and anxiety, but when we choose to release anger and bitterness, God's peace is able to flow into our hearts. Forgiveness restores our relationship with others and with God, allowing His peace to reign in our lives. God's peace doesn't always look the way we expect. It doesn't always mean that everything will go our way, but it does mean that no matter what happens, we can trust that God's love is enough. His peace gives us the strength to face whatever challenges come our way, knowing He is by our side. One of the ways to invite God's peace into our lives is through worship. Singing songs of praise or listening to worship music can help shift our focus from our problems to God's greatness. Worship has a way of centering our hearts and reminding us that God is bigger than anything we face. When you find yourself overwhelmed, take a moment to reflect on God's character. He is good, faithful, and trustworthy. His peace is tied to His character, and when we remember who He is, we can find comfort in knowing that He is always with us, never leaving us to face life's challenges alone. Peace is also a result of having a mind focused on God. Isaiah 26:3 tells us, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." When we fix our thoughts on God's truth, His peace fills our hearts and minds, even in the midst of chaos. In moments of uncertainty, God's peace helps us to stay grounded. When we don't know what the future holds, we can trust that God does. He has a plan for our lives, and His peace reassures us that even when things are unclear, He is working all things for our good. The peace of God invites us to live differently. It encourages us to not be ruled by fear or anxiety, but to walk in faith and trust. When we experience God's peace, we can be a testimony to others, showing them that even in difficult times, there is a peace that transcends understanding. As you seek God's peace, remember that it is available to all who come to Him. It's not based on your performance or perfection, but on His grace and love. When you come to Him with a heart open to receive, He will fill you with the peace that only He can give. God's peace doesn't just comfort us, it empowers us. It gives us the strength to move forward with hope, knowing that God is with us every step of the way. With His peace, we can face the future with confidence, knowing that He holds us in His hands. Take a moment to reflect on what might be stealing your peace. Is it worry about the future? Fear of the unknown? Stress from relationships or responsibilities? Whatever it is, give it to God. He invites you to exchange your burdens for His peace. One of the most beautiful things about God's peace is that it's not based on external circumstances. Even when everything seems to be falling apart, His peace remains constant. It's not dependent on the world's definition of peace, but on the steady, unchanging presence of God. Let go of the need to control every situation and instead place your trust fully in God. His peace is the fruit of knowing that He is in control and that His plan for your life is always good, even when you can't see the whole picture. Take a deep breath and remember, you are not alone. God is with you and His peace surrounds you. Whatever you are facing today, you can find comfort in the knowledge that God is faithful and His peace is more than enough to sustain you. In your moments of prayer, ask God to fill you with His peace. Speak to Him honestly about what's weighing on your heart, and then rest in the assurance that He hears you. As you place your trust in Him, His peace will fill the space of your heart, giving you comfort, strength, and rest. You don't have to have everything figured out to experience God's peace. You simply need to trust Him with what you have. His peace will guide you through your uncertainties and help you find rest for your soul.